Yeah, I think in many ways we can view this as a kind of a dress rehearsal for climate change. Part of why we've struggled to get on top of it is it played out in slow motion, but everything's relative. This is way more fast forward than climate change is. But I can think of at least three hugely important parallels. One is that this is another example of where science is trying to tell us something, but politics is getting in the way. And so much depends on listening to what scientists have to say. A second is that it's become the subject of a tug of war between short-term economic imperatives and dealing with the issue. But I think in both cases, it's also a false choice in that the economic consequences of failing to deal with the pandemic, certainly the economic consequences of failing to deal with climate change, dwarf the pain that might be implied in making the changes that we got to make before it's too late. And third, these are examples of issues that don't really respect international boundaries, that can only be resolved with some level of coordination among international players. And that's one of the reasons why the WHO thing is so disturbing. I think the president threatening to defund the WHO, on one hand, I hesitate to even bring it up because I think it's largely an act of trolling for attention by setting up another fight that will divert attention a little bit from the president's failures. And it's not even clear whether it will happen in concrete terms. But I do think one very important symbolic thing at stake right now is that it is only with international institutions that are designed to deal with global problems, whether we're talking about bodies like the IPCC, when it comes to gathering climate information, or the WHO, that first of all, America needs to participate, but secondly, America needs to lead. In other words, the more flawed you think the WHO, or for that matter, the UN, the more flawed you think those institutions are, the more important it is for the United States to be very involved in leading them to where they've got to be.